Good morning, y'all. Well, I've literally cried all night long. Um, I just wanted to say, during this time, I was planning on celebrating Christmas with my family, trying to get in the Christmas spirit. And that's being grateful and thankful for the things that I have and the things that God has done and is doing in my life. But I tend to just keep getting pulled back into, basically, I just can't believe, like last night, I had to call the police on my son. And not too much within that, but he's 19 and I realized that I don't have the control that I used to have. And basically the only thing I want him to do is be productive, a productive young man where he's out here able to take care of himself. But our kids are so manipulated and have so many different people in their ears and so much negativity that they're fighting that sometimes I guess it go on deaf ears, or they forget that all the things that the parents have sacrificed for them, they forget those things and think they're the enemy or something. But we definitely have to pray for our young people. I haven't had much sleep at all. I definitely have a message to share, but I just can't get the words gathered to share it. I'm just so sad right now. I really am. And, I just can't gather the words to think of. I try to teach my son responsibility. Well, both of my kids. It's not easy out here. If you're thinking somebody's going to do stuff for free and run up and try to help you get your life together, they're not. You basically got to gather your thoughts and your plans and your goals and start working on those things. And some stuff, it's a fight. It's not going to be easy. You got to fight for it. You got to want it bad enough to give it 110% and even more. And even then, sometimes it's not fair and you don't get what you deserve out of things. I'm just feeling so down in my spirit. It's because, I wanted to start off with a better year. And I still am. Because some stuff I'm just going to have to let go and let God. And when it comes to my kids, I haven't learned how to do that yet. It's because I'm still trying to fix things. I've still been trying to work on things, but I gotta let God and time work things out. And I know what rock bottom feels like. I know what rock bottom looks like, and I want to protect my son from that, but I can't. It's because it seems like he just wants to be out there so bad. It's like he want to be out there so bad. So basically, when the police came yesterday, they told me that I couldn't put him out. But I'm to the point where I don't know who he is anymore. So I'm not comfortable sleeping in my room, and I got somebody back there literally disrespecting me, saying everything under the sun. I probably them not saying anything and he's still going on and on. I'm not comfortable with that. And so I knew I wasn't going to get much rest when they told me that my son had to, he didn't have to leave basically, but he left on his own because I guess he felt the same way. He was like, we just need some space, mama. But when he left, he was basically like, you ain't my mama no more. Don't call me, don't check on me, don't talk to me kind of thing. But, you know, words hurt and they cut deep. And that's what he is trying to do to me. But when you're a parent and you know you did everything you can do, those words, they don't hurt. They don't cut deep. It's because you sacrificed, you prayed, you gave, you've done, and you've been the only one giving, doing, sacrificing because they're your kids. And you want what's best for them. And it doesn't matter who does and who doesn't do. You're still going to. You're still going to give your all. You're still going to invest your time, your love, your patience, your coaching, your assistance, your prayers, your energy, your tears, your blood, your sweat in your kids. So that's what I continue to do. Even when it hurts, even when people probably say, I would do this, I would do that. Even after you prayed and feel like you can't do anything else, you still try to do more, try to give more. You try to pour till your cup is completely empty. And that's the way I feel. My cup is completely empty. I've smiled through my pain. I've cried through my pain. And I'm at the point where I just have to be realistic with myself and realize that I don't have control because he's 19 and he's a young man and he knows at this point he can do whatever he wants to do. And I'm just hoping he makes smart decisions and good decisions and let the right things into his life and in his energy. And that's the things that I pray about daily. And those are my hopes and dreams for both of my sons because I have 2 sons. And I know that God's going to work it out. He always does. He always does. He works it out. Prayer is a strong thing. It is. It is. Faith is a strong thing. Yeah. You got to know how to hold on when things don't look right, don't feel right, don't sound right. You got to continue to keep your faith. And with that being said, that's exactly what I'm going to do.